This is Wicked Roadie, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for tuning in. And hey, Mary, we are in it now. We are past July 4th. The weather has been absolutely gorgeous and
Truly.
Perfect purchase. Perfect. You couldn't buy this kind of weather. You couldn't purchase this kind of weather. It's been perfect for, all sorts of events and activities outside. And obviously, there were a ton of them that happened over the past week and a half, really, with the 4th of July and everything.
Yep.
But now it feels like a lot of the events, there are still a lot of events, but a lot of people are just in that chill out and relax mode.
Thank goodness.
I think we need that. And,
we do.
For me, when I go to a beach, I go to certain beaches that allow maybe a campfire, maybe I can bring a grill.
Okay.
And it's kind of out of the way. And because of that, I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I was just going to say, where can I bring a grill?
Nah,
oh, man.
Wouldn't you love to know?
Just going to have to Google.
Yeah, absolutely. But I know today, one of the things, you've got the kids going on.
Yes.
One of the things we'll probably talk about is good places for kids to go to the beach and bring it. Because where we are on the coast, there are rip currents. Mm-hmm. There are sometimes, the high tide with just the weather and everything. So a little later on, I think you've got a culmination of a list of kid-friendly beaches.
I do. And thank goodness, because people like myself need them. If you do go to the wrong beach, it is not a fun time for the kids.
So probably the southern exposure at Matunic is not on that list of,
not ideal.
If you see surfers,
keep the kids away.
Yeah.
If you see Ben on his surfboard,
that would be a rare sight.
Oh, hey.
It's been a while. I got to get out there.
You do.
And we've had some good weather for it lately. And I know we've got a full moon coming up. We're going to be talking about that in a little bit. So hopefully we'll have some more opportunities soon.
Awesome.
Soon. Knock on wood. So if you tuned in while you're on the road or sitting on a surfboard and you got, waterproof gear that you're listening to this podcast.
That's fancy.
Yeah, well, some people have it around here. Just sit back, listen, and enjoy. And if you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the information and show notes for you on our website, wickedroadiepodcast.com.
This is the first time that it's really applicable surfing music. I just thought it sounded interesting in general, but this is interesting music now that it is summertime. So what is your wicked interesting pick of the week?
Go as far inland as you can. No, actually not that far inland. It's the 55th annual Wickford Art Festival. And I confused that in my mind with the Scituate Art Festival. This is the Wickford Art Festival. So there's two big ones. This is Wickford Art Festival. It takes place at Wickford Village in Rhode Island, which is closer to the water.
Yeah.
It's happening this Saturday and Sunday, July 8th and 9th. On Saturday, it's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, it's 10 to 5 p.m. This features approximately 200 fine artists on the street of that historic seaside Wickford area.
Love it.
And they just finished the repairs on the bridge not too long ago, so that area used to be, it was a little bit of a trick to get around there because that small little, they have that little bridge. I don't know what the name of the bridge is.
But the one that kind of is like the to get to the North Kingstown Beach?
Exactly.
Okay, yes.
So that's all fixed.
Near the kayak place.
Yes.
Yep.
It's all fixed. You
Okay.
can go there now. Drive
Awesome.
over the bridge, walk over it. Steady and sturdy.
Have you been to the Wickford Art Festival?
I've never been.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is great. So I love art festivals. I am not artistic in that sense. I'm musical. I am not an fine art person, but I like to observe it. I like to buy it. So the Wickford Art Festival, as you said, it's summertime. Scituate Art Festival is fall. That's Columbus Day weekend. Wickford Art Festival is perfect time to be by the water. Not only do you get to see all of these artists, but the streets that it happens on in Wickford are artsy as well.
Yeah,
I mean, the
like,
little businesses there.
Yeah, I feel like they're year-round.
Yes.
It's a year-round art show just inside. Now, add an additional 200 fine artists.
200?
And you have 200. And now you have the 55th annual Wickford Art Festival. So there's plenty of parking. They have a free shuttle going from the Wickford Elementary School, the middle school, the Wilson Park. So I mean, there's plenty of ways to get down there. They have food trucks. They have a kids corner. So this is going to be something to definitely check out. That's happening this weekend. Of course, we have the link on our website, but get down there. This has been going on since 1962, so you do not want to miss it.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's wicked interesting. And now here's what's wicked fun in the 401. So Blake and I went on a really interesting date night, a really wicked fun date night,
Tell me about
I should
it.
say, this week. We went to this place called the Wage House. Wage House. Like you think like, you know, you get your wage and what you can probably spend your wage on. Well, believe it or not, the Wage House is an improv class and improv venue. Right in Pawtucket, and it is so incredibly cool. It offers a variety of classes, workshops to people, all experience levels. So we went to go see an improv show.
Yeah.
It was $5. Mm-hmm. The beers were cheap, the wines were cheap. We had a great time laughing, and I learned about this great improv basics level 1 class they're going to be having. It starts July 19th, so I'm giving you a bit of a heads up because you want to enroll early. Sure. It is from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Cost is $225. So this is perfect to learn the core concepts of improv, but also great for people who not only if you want to do improv, but people for business skills. Or, you know, I was just thinking even about us as podcasters or people who might want to be speaking on the radio or say you're going to be interviewed for something. This is a great class. Improv in general is a great class if you at all need to interact with people.
Absolutely. And the old school notions of how these improv things used to be, it's completely different. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're utilizing these classes. Trinity Rep is a huge teacher of these kind of things, about these social and interactive skills. They do it at Brown University for doctors.
Yep.
Because it really helps sharpen your skills. And in such a competitive market, you've got one shot.
That's it.
This is not the time. Your first interview with a company with a dream job is not the first go at a practice run.
Yeah, no, this is it. So the Wage House, this is great for public speaking, communication skills, building teamwork, or for fun. The people who I got to see perform were a husband-wife team. And they met during improv, and the two women who own it's a woman-owned business, which is really cool.
Yeah.
One of the women that we got to meet, her husband was working the bar, and
cool.
they met at an improv class. So not only is it great if you want to brush up on some skills for work, but it could be a cool place to meet somebody.
There you
so
go.
There you go.
Perfect. We could slide that over to Wicked Romantic as well.
I know.
Hey, Sunday, July 9th, there's the Paw Sox game in the afternoon at 1:35 p.m. Now, listen, we talk about the Paw Sox all the time. It's a great family value. It's always a fun thing. There's a couple extra things happening. You go to the game, and if you're one of the first 3,000 people there, you're going to get a free Nairobi plush toy giveaway. Okay, it's a baseball special limited edition one. After the game is when things really heat up. Kids can go, first and foremost, down on the field and run the bases. Compliments of Flood Ford. They go down there, they can line up, and they can run the bases. That, by the way, there's a few Boston Red Sox players in town this week doing rehab starts. So Brock Holt, Pablo Sandoval. There's even Johnny Peralta, who is a huge ball player. He's won awards and everything. So they're all down there. So you're going to run on the same bases as all these guys. And really, David Ortiz has run those bases too. So who doesn't love Big Papi? They're also having a touch-a-truck from 4 to 6 p.m. after the game, right there at McCoy, so you can climb onto fire engines, check out police cars, ambulances, other big trucks, and, I mean, who doesn't love this? This is so great. This is presented by Flood Ford and Light Rock 105, and like I said, this is the time of year to go catch a ball game. Sunday afternoon, 1:35.
Perfect.
I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Just a whole great time down there at McCoy. So come on down. Again, that's on Sunday, July 9th. What else is happening this weekend?
All right. Friday night, I want you to head on down to Narragansett Town Beach, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Rhode Island Philharmonic Pops. They're going to be playing. It's a free concert on the beach. Bring yourself a picnic dinner. It is at the North Beach Clubhouse, but, you just need to look for this giant pavilion with all the musicians on it, and you'll easily find it. There is a rain date of Saturday. So the concert is Friday, but God forbid if it rains. Don't worry, they'll have it on Saturday. All right. Listen to some of these pieces that they're going to be playing. They're going to be doing Suite from Star Trek Into Darkness
Oh,
by
okay.
Michael Giacchino, who is one of my favorite composers. They're going to be doing pieces from Pirates of the Caribbean. They're going to be doing some from Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. They're, of course, going to be doing the 1812 Overture, The Stars and Stripes Forever, America the Beautiful, the National Anthem, the William Tell Overture. So you've got a really good mix of classical pieces that will be familiar to, honestly, anyone who's watched, like cartoons.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you've watched Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a huge difference, too, because people, some of the fear of going to the theater or going to different venues to hear, grand orchestras like the Rhode Island Philharmonic is I'm not going to know when the song ends, so I know when to clap.
Yeah.
You start clapping in between a movement instead of clapping at the conclusion of a piece. This is awesome because you're going to recognize some of the songs, or if not all of them, but also down at the beach. Guess what? It's okay if your kid makes noise.
Yes.
You can bring your kids.
You can go for a little walk if they get a little too squirrely.
Absolutely. You can throw some sand into the tuba. Have some fun with that. So good luck.
No, don't.
Comes plastering out the front. Do they have tubas in the Philharmonic?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
The one the guy wears, like around his head, like
No, not a sousaphone.
Oh.
That's the marching one.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We should get some of those. Find those on eBay.
Of course.
Hey, Mary, go fly a kite.
Oh gosh, you know what? I'm going to.
All right, good.
Have you been to this?
I have, and it is always impressive.
The Newport Kite Festival, man.
It's happening Saturday and Sunday at Brenton Point in Newport, Rhode Island. It's the Newport Kite Festival. It's the annual event that's always held on the second weekend of July at Brenton Point State Park. Now, how do you get to Brenton Point State Park? You got two ways.
Okay, tell me.
You can either take a left onto Bellevue
Okay.
and follow a 10-mile drive. I call it backwards. Because you're kind of going and around, and then where the water will be on your left, and then when you get to the point where you see a lot of cars and a lot of kites, you're there.
You've made it.
Or you can go down into Newport, take a left at the Red Parrot, one of my favorite restaurants, go all the way down till you get to the Shell station. Before you hit the Bodie Spa, take a right, and then you follow it out that way. You drive by Fort Adams, drive by all the farms and the mansions and see how the other people live, and then you're there. It's a free event, free parking. Now, let me give you a little tip.
Okay.
You can go there,
Yep.
and you can buy a kite, and it will be an expensive kite.
Oh, be expensive.
Or you can take a ride to Benny's.
Benny's.
Exactly, and buy a kite there, and you will not feel bad if it blows away.
And you will not have kite envy. I mean, you still might have kite envy because not only are there going to be amateur kite people or just, kids with kites, but there are serious stunt kites going on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's cutthroat.
There's people who've made their own kites that are these monstrous creations. So even if you don't have your own kite and you just want to go have a picnic and see what people can do with kites, I say go.
Yeah, bring scissors and really make it fun.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, sorry. So that's happening this weekend over at the Newport Brenton Point. Do not bring scissors. It's the Newport Kite Festival. Free event. Check it out. Mary, we were talking in the beginning about potentially kid-friendly beach recommendations, and you've got a few of them.
I do.
So
of course,
this is Wicked Family friendly.
This is our Wicked Family pick. I was looking at different events, and of course the Kite Festival is fantastic. There's just so many great things going on, but I find that one of the most popular questions that I get asked and that people get asked in different kind of parent groups is, where can I bring my kids to the beach in and around Rhode Island?
Okay.
Like this is the ocean state. This is what we want to do in the summer, but where can we go? So here's what I want to let you guys know. The third beach in Newport.
Perfect.
Super small.
Yes.
Like calm. You can see little sailboats go, and you can trust that for the most part you can know where your kids are going. So if you have especially multiple kids and you want to kind of keep them close, that would be what I would suggest. Of course, you need to pay to park at Newport, and you want to kind of get there early. Another beach that I love is the Roger Wheeler Beach because it has a playground. So this is good for like elementary aged kids.
Okay, cool.
So if they like doing the sand castles, if they want to have a lot of room to spend, but they do, there's a nice big playground there. I've taken my little ones there, and there was a little too much area to run if you've got runners. So that's what I would suggest. The Warrentown Beach, your neck of the woods.
Yes, yeah.
That one, I love it because it's super small.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is really just, you get to watch all the boats. There's grass. There's a little playground.
Yep.
There's shade.
Yep.
There's always a lifeguard there. It is not the softest sand. So
No.
if you have kids who are really sensitive, if it's a bit rocky,
Yep.
you might want to put on some, some shoes for them, some little water shoes. But in my opinion, toughen up, kids.
Yeah.
You're New Englanders. Let's get in those pebbly beaches.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing you can always do is wear old sneakers.
Yes.
Old sneakers are perfect because they're going to protect the kids. They're going to stay on, and then you can run into the water and run out. Perfect.
Yeah,
if
that's a good point.
And then if they're too old and smelly afterwards, just pitch them.
Exactly.
Bristoltown Beach is very good as well. It's very similar to the Warren Beach. Where it's all protected. And a lot of these beaches, what makes a difference is where they are in relation to either, direction north, south, east, or west of, well, I guess it's really not north because we have Massachusetts up there. But, just the different areas where they're exposed to the bay. Mm-hmm. And then obviously tide plays a big role into, and the way they're formed plays a big role into it. Fogland Beach in Tiverton is another great one. It's right there, right on the main drag. As you come over and you pass they call it Tiverton Four Corners. Just after that, you'll see a sign that says Fogland Beach this way. You go way on down, and again, this is perfect because it's an inland exposure. Very little waves.
Okay.
And but it's perfect because your kids can literally go up to their waist and not have a problem.
That's what I'm talking about.
Portsmouth, Sandy Point Beach in Portsmouth.
I've never been there.
It's a cute little beach, and like I said, it's another inland exposure. It's got some protection from some landmass on the other side. Now you said the URI Bay Campus Beach.
This is a hidden gem, and there may be some parents listening being like, Mary, do not talk about this one, please. The URI Bay campus has a little beach, and people call it the baby beach.
Okay.
Because it's another one of these small little private beaches, but you can go to it too, and you kind of avoid most of the beach traffic.
Oh.
So whether you're on the East Bay or the West Bay, we've got all those different suggestions for you. And of course, if you forgot them, you can head over to our website because we'll remind you there.
And is Justin Bieber over there because it's the baby beach? No.
Baby.
Just checking.
Oh.
Speaking of babies and romantic and baby beaches,
all the things that go along with
Justin Bieber. Our wicked romantic pick this week is a full moon paddle happening on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They added Friday because Saturday and Sunday are pretty close to being sold out. So if you want to get in on this, now's the time. You got to make reservations. It happens with the Kayak Center of Rhode Island. They're down in North Kingston, Rhode Island. We were just talking about them a few minutes ago. But this is a perfect way to experience the wonders of night kayaking under a full moon. So they have a glow stick flotilla, which departs from the Wickford waterfront and winds through the harbor. And everybody just kind of goes along with it.
What is a flotilla?
It's just
is that like a caravan?
Yeah, it's just kind of a
kayaks?
a float. Yeah, it's kind of like an unknown. Really, it can be a lot of different things.
Okay.
When I worked on the Bay Queen, it was disgusting, and that's what we used to wash the backside of the boat. So this is a lot cleaner, and it has glow sticks. So there you go.
Okay.
So it's kind of their little home base, and for $40, all your gear is included. So you can bring your own kayak if you'd like. But you don't have to.
But you could have one within that price of
absolutely.
40. Okay.
So everything's included there. And if you can't make it this weekend, there are other dates for full moon paddles.
Ooh.
Around the full moons.
Hey.
So August 7th and 8th, and then September 6th and 7th. So
perfect.
If this weekend is already sold out, this is a good suggestion. Make plans now for those weekends that are happening later on in the year because this is a perfect night. This
is
a great time.
I have not yet gone full moon paddling with Blake. I've gone daytime paddling, and it's been amazing. So I'm going to need to take him on one of these. Maybe I can book one of the September ones.
There you go.
That's
Set
what
it
I'd
up.
like to
Set
do.
it up. Hey, as we said in the beginning, everything we talked about today can be found on our website, wickedroadiepodcast.com.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. Just don't take pictures if you're on the kayak. You might need a waterproof little baggie, but you know what? I would love to still see those photos. If you post any photos, say you're at the kite festival, say you're at something that we didn't even mention,
yeah,
or you're
totally.
at a different beach, we want to see these pictures. Tag us on Instagram and on Facebook with the hashtag WickedRoadie.
For advertising and sponsorship information, you can email us at wickedroadiepodcast@gmail.com.
Guys, tell your friends. People
Seriously.
are going to be looking. Now that the 4th of July is done, now people are like, now what do we do? The plans are over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on this summer. My kids are starting to drive me insane. I want to go out. I want to do things in this amazing state. Tell
I want
your
to
friends.
live. I want to live the Rhode Island life.
Listen to us when you're sitting at the beach, relaxing. There's so many opportunities. So until next time, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Roadie. We'll have more for you next Thursday.